Welcome to Learn English Now. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey. One introduction. Welcome. In this lesson, we will learn many interesting things about Australia. Australia is a special country. It is the only country that is also a continent. People often call it the island continent because it is surrounded by water. Australia is in the southern hemisphere, far away from many other countries. Australia is a very big country. In fact, it is the sixth largest country in the world, but not many people live there. About 26 million people call Australia home. This is a small number for such a large land. Most Australians live near the coast, close to the ocean. Here you can find big cities like Sydney and Melbourne. These cities are busy and full of life. However, most of Australia is very empty. This large, dry area in the middle of the country is called the outback. The outback covers more than 80% of Australia's land. It is a wild place with long roads and few towns. It is very different from the busy coastal cities. This contrast makes Australia unique. In the next chapters, we will explore more about this amazing country. We will learn about the people who live in Australia and their interesting cultures. You will discover how Australians live, including their special way of speaking and their love for barbecues. We will also talk about the popular sports in Australia. Get ready to meet some of Australia's famous animals like kangaroos and koalas and discover other unique creatures you might not know. We will visit big and famous places such as the Sydney Opera House and the Great Barrier Reef. Finally, we will share some surprising and fun facts about Australia. Let's start our journey to the land down under the people in Australia. Australia is home to many people. The first people who lived in Australia for a very long time are called the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. They are the indigenous peoples of this land. Their history in Australia goes back many thousands of years, long before people came from other countries. These groups have very old and rich cultures. They have many different customs and traditions that have been passed down through generations. Each group also has its own unique languages. There were once hundreds of different indigenous languages spoken across the continent. These languages and cultures are an important part of Australia's heritage and history, showing a deep connection to the land. Today, Australia is a country of many different people. It is a very diverse and multicultural nation. People from all over the world have come to live in Australia, making it their new home. They bring their own cultures, foods, and ways of life. This mix of people makes Australia a vibrant and interesting place. You can see this diversity in cities and towns. For example, there are many different types of restaurants, and you can hear many languages spoken. This multicultural society is a key part of modern Australia, showing how people from different backgrounds can live together. The main language spoken in Australia is English. It is the official language. Most people use English for work, school, and daily life. However, because Australia has people from so many different countries, many other languages are also spoken. For example, in some areas you might hear people speaking Mandarin, Italian, Arabic, or Vietnamese. People often speak English at school or work, but they might speak another language at home with their families. This shows how many different cultures live side by side in Australia, sharing their traditions and languages. This blend of cultures means that Australians often celebrate many different holidays and traditions. Schools teach about different cultures, and communities hold events that showcase the diversity of the country. This helps people learn about each other and respect different ways of life. It makes Australia a place where many people feel welcome and at home. The country continues to welcome people from all corners of the globe, adding to its rich cultural tapestry. This makes Australia a truly global nation with a local heart built on the contributions of everyone who lives there. The people of Australia, both Indigenous and those who have arrived more recently, create a unique and friendly society. 3. How Aussies live. Australians have a special way of speaking that is very friendly and informal. They use many unique slang words that make their English sound different from other places. For example, if someone says "G'day" to you, they mean hello or good day. If an Australian calls you mate, they mean friend. This word is used very often, even with people you have just met. When the afternoon comes, they might simply say arvo. For breakfast, they often say brekkie. If you need to say thank you, you can use the short word ta. And when you go to a service station to buy petrol, they usually call it a servo. These words are part of daily conversations and help show the relaxed Australian style. One very important part of Australian social life is the barbie. This word is short for barbecue. People love to have barbies, especially on weekends or during warm weather. It is a popular way to meet friends and family, share stories, and relax together. They cook food outside on a grill, often in a backyard or at a park. The barbie is more than just cooking food. It is a relaxed and social event where everyone feels welcome. It is a time for fun and good company. At a barbie, you will often find special Australian foods. One very popular food item is a snag. A snag is an Australian term for a sausage. People cook snags on the grill until they are ready. They often eat them inside a piece of bread, like a hot dog with tomato sauce or other toppings. Another famous Australian food is Vegemite. This is a dark brown paste made from yeast extract. Many Australians eat Vegemite on toast for breakfast or as a snack. It has a very strong, salty, and unique taste. Some people from other countries find it unusual, but it is a classic Australian food. The Australian attitude is often very relaxed and easygoing. They have a common phrase that shows this: no worries. This phrase means you are welcome or it is okay. If someone thanks you for something, you can simply say no worries to reply. If there is a small problem or something goes wrong, Australians might also say no worries to show that it is not a big issue and everything will be fine. This simple phrase captures the laid-back nature of many Australians. They like to keep things simple, stress-free, and positive. This relaxed way of life, combined with their friendly slang and love for outdoor gatherings like barbies, helps define how Australians live every day. They value good company, a casual approach to life, and enjoy spending time with others for sport in Australia. Sport is very important in Australia. It is a big part of Australian culture. Many Australians love to watch sports and play sports. It is a common topic for friends to talk about, especially on weekends. Sport brings people together and creates strong community spirit. One of the most popular sports to watch is Australian rules football. People often call it AFL. It is a unique game played on an oval field. Teams score points by kicking an oval ball through tall posts. There are 4 posts at each end of the field. Many people go to large stadiums to watch AFL games. Millions more watch it on television, especially during the big final games. It is a very exciting and fast game with players running and jumping high. Another very popular sport to watch is rugby league. This sport is also very popular on television, especially in the eastern states. Like AFL, rugby league is a contact sport played by 2 teams. Players try to score by carrying or kicking an oval ball. They can also score by touching the ball down behind the opponent's goal line. Both Australian rules football and rugby league have many fans across the country. People often support their favorite team with great passion, wearing team colors and cheering loudly. When summer comes, cricket is the national sport. Cricket games can be short, lasting a few hours, or very long, lasting for many days. Players use a bat and a ball. One team tries to score runs, and the other team tries to get players out. Cricket is a traditional sport in Australia with a long history. Many families follow cricket during the hot summer months, often enjoying games at the beach or in parks. People often listen to it on the radio or watch it at home with friends. Australians do not just watch sports, they also play a lot of sports. Swimming is one of the most popular sports for people to play. Australia has many beautiful beaches and swimming pools, so it is easy to go for a swim. Cycling is another very popular sport. Many people ride bikes for fun, for exercise, or to travel to work. Soccer is also very popular, especially among young people. Many children and adults play soccer in local teams every week. These sports help Australians stay active and healthy. Sport truly brings many people together in Australia. It is a wonderful way for friends and families to spend time together and have fun. 5 famous Australian animals. Australia is a continent with many special animals. More than 80% of its mammals, reptiles, and frogs are unique. This means you can only find them living naturally in Australia. These animals are famous around the world, and many people travel to Australia to see them. One of the most famous Australian animals is the kangaroo. Kangaroos are large marsupials known for their powerful legs and long tails. They use their strong legs to hop. They can hop very fast and cover long distances quickly. Female kangaroos carry their babies, called joeys, in a special pouch on their belly. This pouch keeps the joey safe and warm. When a joey is born, it is incredibly tiny, only about 1 centimeter long. It climbs into the mother's pouch and stays there for many months, drinking milk and growing. Kangaroos live in many different parts of Australia, from open grasslands to forests. You might see them in the wild, even near towns. Wallabies are also well-known Australian marsupials. They look very much like kangaroos, but are generally smaller in size. Like kangaroos, wallabies hop and carry their young joeys in a pouch. They often live in more bushy areas or rocky places than the larger kangaroos. There are many different kinds of wallabies, each with slightly different sizes and colors. Another very famous Australian animal is the koala. Many people mistakenly call them koala bears, but they are not bears at all. Koalas are marsupials, just like kangaroos and wallabies. They have soft, gray fur, big noses, and fluffy ears. Koalas have a very special diet. They only eat eucalyptus leaves. These leaves are not very nutritious, so koalas do not get much energy from them. Because of this low-energy diet, koalas need to sleep a lot. They can sleep for up to 22 hours every day. Most of their time is spent resting or eating high in the branches of eucalyptus trees. A baby koala is also called a joey. When a koala joey is born, it is blind, has no hair and no ears. It is very small and helpless. The joey lives in its mother's pouch for about 6 months, slowly growing and developing before it starts to explore the world outside. These amazing animals are true symbols of Australia's unique wildlife. 6 other special animals. Australia is home to many special animals. Let us learn about a few more unique creatures you can find here. First, there are the echidna and the platypus. These 2 animals are very special. They are the only mammals in the whole world that lay eggs. Most mammals give birth to live young, but not these 2. The echidna looks like a small, spiky ball with a long, thin snout. It uses its long, sticky tongue to find and eat insects. Echidnas live in many parts of Australia, from forests to deserts. They're shy animals. If they feel danger, they curl into a ball to protect themselves with their sharp spines. The platypus looks very strange. It has a bill like a duck, a tail like a beaver, and feet like an otter. This animal lives in rivers and streams. It is a very good swimmer, finding food underwater with its sensitive bill. Male platypuses have a small spur on their back leg that can give a painful sting. They spend most of their time in water or in burrows. Next we have the dingo. This is Australia's wild dog. Dingoes look like medium-sized dogs with yellowish-brown fur. They are known for their strong howls, not barks. Dingoes live in many parts of Australia, especially the vast outback. They often live in groups and hunt other animals for food. They play an important role in Australia's wild nature. Another special animal is the Tasmanian devil. You can find this animal only on the island of Tasmania, part of Australia. The Tasmanian devil is a small, strong marsupial with black fur. It is known for its very loud, scary scream and its strong bite. Tasmanian devils are meat eaters and often feed on dead animals. They help keep the environment clean. Finally, let us talk about the quokka. This small animal is often called the world's happiest animal because it looks like it is always smiling. Quokkas are small marsupials like tiny kangaroos. They are mostly found on Rottnest Island off Western Australia. Quokkas are very friendly and curious. They eat leaves, grass and bark. Many people visit Rottnest Island to see these cute, smiling animals. Remember, they are wild. These unique animals show how special Australia's wildlife is. They are an important part of the country's natural beauty. 7 big and famous places. Australia has many famous places that people from all over the world love to see. One very well-known building is the Sydney Opera House. You can find it in Sydney Harbour, which is a busy and beautiful place. This building is one of the most famous in the world because of its special design. Its roof looks like big white sails, like boats on the water. If you could put all these sails together, they would make a perfect round ball. People visit the Sydney Opera House for many reasons. They come to see its unique shape and to enjoy music, opera, and other shows inside. It is a beautiful place to visit, whether it is day or night, and it is a true symbol of Australia. Next, let us travel far into the middle of Australia. This wide, empty area is called the outback. Here in the Northern Territory, you can see a very big rock named Uluru. Some people also call it Ayers Rock. Uluru is a massive rock made of red sandstone. It stands very tall and strong in the flat land around it. This rock is a very special and holy place for the local Aboriginal people, the Anangu. They have lived near Uluru for thousands of years and have many important stories and traditions about this big rock. Uluru is famous because its color changes wonderfully throughout the day. At sunrise and sunset, the rock can look red, orange, or even deep purple as the light changes. It is a truly wonderful sight to see. Most of Uluru's rock is actually under the ground. Only a small part of it is above the ground for us to see. It is an amazing natural wonder of Australia. Now let us go to the warm blue waters off the coast of Queensland. Here you will find the Great Barrier Reef. This is the biggest coral reef system in the whole world. It is very, very long, stretching for over 2,300 kilometers along the coast. The Great Barrier Reef is so big that you can even see it clearly from space. Many different sea animals live in this amazing reef. There are more than 1,500 types of colorful fish. You can also see 6 kinds of sea turtles swimming slowly through the water. 30 types of whales and dolphins also visit the reef's waters to find food and play. The coral reef is like a big, lively underwater city for these animals, full of many beautiful colors and shapes. Because it is so important for nature, the Great Barrier Reef became a World Heritage Site in 1981. It is a precious part of nature that needs our care and protection for future generations. 8 fun Australian facts. Australia is full of surprising and sometimes funny facts. For instance, the Australian Alps, a mountain range, get more snow in winter than all of Switzerland. That is a lot of snow. Australia also has the longest fence in the world, stretching for thousands of kilometers. And here is a fun fact about language. The word selfie used today was invented in Australia. So remember its Australian beginning. Australia is also very famous for its wine. The country has over 60 different wine regions. In its early history, the first police force in Australia was made up of convicts who had shown good behavior. This is an unusual detail from Australia's past. Australia's animals are unique, and they come with weird facts. Take the wombat. These cute animals have a strange secret. Their poo is cube-shaped. Yes, it is square. Another unique animal is the platypus. The male platypus has venom in its ankle, spurs strong enough to kill a small dog, so be careful. Then there is the cassowary, a large bird that cannot fly, but it runs very fast, up to 50 kilometers per hour, and can jump high up to 1.5 meters. And wallabies, smaller relatives of kangaroos, have an amazing ability. They can pause their pregnancy for up to 11 months if the environment is not good for their young. This helps their babies survive. On Australia's official coat of arms, you will see 2 important animals, the emu and the kangaroo. These animals were chosen for a special reason. Neither the emu nor the kangaroo can walk backward. They can only move forward. This unique fact makes them a perfect symbol for Australia. They represent the country's spirit of always moving ahead and progressing, never going backward. Australia is truly a continent of many wonders. From its vast landscapes to its lively cities, there is so much to learn. We discovered its unique people and their friendly, relaxed way of life. We explored the many popular sports Australians love and tasted some famous foods. We also met incredible animals that live only in Australia, like the sleepy koala, the smiling quokka, and the egg-laying platypus. We visited famous places such as the Sydney Opera House and the huge Great Barrier Reef. Australia is a land of surprises, natural beauty, and a rich, diverse culture. It truly stands out in the world,